Oh my goodness, thank you, thank you, thank you. I understand my voice might sound a little bit awkward and a little bit low. I apologize for that right away. But you know what? We got to pound this Raptor video out for you guys. You know, it wasn't a picture-perfect game, but the Raptors come away with the 87-75 victory. When was the last time we saw a game like that? I mean, and it was a weird one, right? Raptors, the first quarter, only 16-13. I mean, man, neither team could score. It was a snooze fest on offense. You know, and that was for the Raptors 16-13. Then they're obviously they lose by 1 in the second quarter, 25-24, so they're still up 2 at the half. And then Detroit goes 28-20 in that third quarter. Therefore, Raptors down by 6 at the end of the third quarter. But man, did they come out in that fourth quarter and shoot the ball and defend the ball. The Raptors outscored the Pistons 27-9 in that fourth quarter. And I mean, you know what? Excuse me. As much as it wasn't, like we said, a picture perfect game, the Raptors played a solid fourth quarter to get the win. I mean, it was great. Let's talk about some things, right? Raptors only shoot 38% to the Pistons 35%. Now, 38% is not a very good. Both teams didn't shoot the ball well. We know that clearly from the 87-75 victory. That's just what happened, right? The teams didn't shoot well. However, the Raptors did shoot 33% from 3. Now, of late, that's not bad. I mean, I guess we'll take that because the Pistons only shot 15%, 3 of 20. And another thing of why this Raptors club won. They were 18 of 20 for 90% from the free throw line. That is fantastic. You know, I mean, like we've always said, when you're not shooting the ball well, you have to be good from the free throw line to even keep your team in the game, and that's a big reason right there. You know, 18 points right there from the free throw line. It's big. And they did it there. So Raptors also out-rebounded the Pistons 53-49. And a big thing that I noticed, they were moving the ball. And that, I mean, it's not they're not just kicking around the outside, right? They're getting the ball down, they're driving, then kicking it because there's a wide open shot. And they were hitting their shots, right? Obviously, 19 assists for the Raptors in this one. That's very good. You know, without Lowry, when you get 19 assists, that's a solid number, right? And also, you know, let's go through some specific players because we got to talk about a few things. One, guys, DeMar Carroll, I know we've ripped the guy apart and well-deserved ripped the guy apart, but he did have 12 points in this one, and he did shoot 4 of 9, and he did knock down a wide-open 3, so I guess we got to be happy about that, right? I mean, I guess we got to be. Serge Ibaka had a big night, right? 34 minutes, he had 17 points, 9 boards, you know, and he was only 6 of 14 shooting, so not that great, but he did knock down 3 threes, which was huge. JV only 10 and 8, but he only played 24 minutes. I still dislike that. I just don't get it. The guy shot 5 of 7 for 71% in this game. Why not play him? I don't get it. DeMar only 14 points, but he had 8 boards and 6 assists. You know, I'll take. He only shot 9 shots, but he was 8 of 8 from the free throw line. That's the thing about DeMar DeRozan. He might not get a lot of shots and might not get a lot of field goals, but man, if he can get to that line, he's dangerous, and he was 8 of 8 in this one, which is fantastic. You know, and Corey Joseph, he only had 9 points, but he had 7 boards and 6 assists. A well-rounded game for Kojo, you know. And PJ Tucker, guys, I mean, he had 8 points, 9 boards, a couple assists, 3 steals. PJ was pretty good. I apologize for the coughing right now, but it's gotta pound through it, right? Gotta knock right through it for you guys, all right? And Norman Powell, obviously big off the bench, 19 minutes. He had 11 points and a couple boards. He was 4 of 10 shooting. Didn't knock down a 3. I mean, he's been having a tough time off the bench. But nothing we can do, right? I mean, really, what can we do? Patrick Patterson, he knocked down a couple threes. That's really what we want to see from the guy. Maybe a few more threes, but we'll take a couple from Pat. He had 6 points, 2 boards, and an assist in 14 minutes of time. Now, we broke down the people's stats. We broke down the Raptors' stats. Was this game a pretty win? Overall, I wouldn't say so. But was it a solid team effort to just grind it out the 3 quarters and then buckle it down, defensively, and really get some good offense in there in that 4th quarter and win the game? I thought that the team did a fantastic job. They come into the 4th quarter down 6. A lot of Raptor fans are thinking, man, this team can't shoot. Things are rough. This might not go too well. But the Raptors did a great job moving the ball, making their shots, and defending the ball fantastically. I mean, they did a great job in that 4th quarter. First and 4th quarter, they did great. And even the second, third, they didn't do too bad. But again, when the offense isn't rolling, you got to play solid defense. And the Raptors did in this one. When you only score 87 points, the amount of times you're going to win, it's not very often. But the Raptors came out last night, and they played awesome defense. And like we've been saying, every time they've been winning games like this is the type of game you're going to have to play. You get away from that, and you play abysmal last night against Oklahoma City, and you give up 123 points. And the following night, you travel to Detroit, and you only give up 75. As much as we're ripping this team apart and missing Lowry like crazy, the team did a good job. They did a very good job, working that, right? So we're not going to talk standings or what the other teams did because, guys, let's be honest. We got to focus on our team and get some wins with our team. We can't be focusing on, Wizards lose or Celtics lose or they win, because the Raptors have been losing a lot lately. And the more you look at that, the more you're going to get frustrated. We got to focus on the Toronto Raptors, and that's it. All right? And next up, the Raptors, they play Sunday evening. It's a 6 o'clock tip-off. First game of the year against Indiana. Rematch of the first round of the playoffs last season. Literally, this is the first time we've played these guys all year long. And we're we got to play these guys, if I'm not mistaken, 4 times. And this is number 1. But Indiana, a team battling for that playoff spot. They're a couple games over 500, but we know what they are. We know what these guys consist of, and they consist of Paul George. That you could say other guys, Miles Turner, Monte Ellis off the bench, or you could throw a few guys out there, but mainly Paul George. And like I said, since we got to play these guys a lot, it's not going to be easy. And then after that, we play Tuesday at home against Chicago. But they're deflated, right? They're still Chicago. But we're at home. They're still Chicago. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the game, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. And my goodness. Comment down below what you guys thought of this game. It was this has been a weird last few days, right? You play offensively, okay, you got 102 points, but you give up 123 against Oklahoma City. The next night, you only score 87 points, which in hindsight's a loss, but you only give up 75. There we go, I had it, and then I lost it. That would have been a cool transition, but whatever. You know what? All right, so comment down below what you guys thought of tonight's game, or last night's game. Yeah, I apologize for getting the video out late to you guys as well. And we'll talk to you guys Sunday night. Tonight even. Leafs edition. As they're at home taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Man, it would be nice to see the Leafs beat them, but it's gonna be tough. And also, a little later tonight, it's gonna be kind of around when the Leaf game's going on. Blue Jays edition, as we're gonna do our weekly breakdown of what's going on. Talk a little WBC. Talk a little Blue Jays. And man, we're getting close to that baseball season starting, right? And also, Raptors edition, as we've been saying, Sunday night, as they're taking on the Indiana Pacers at home at the Air Canada Center. Let's get this place booming and get the second win in a row. It'll be nice. We'll see you guys then.